Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Wow, I received so many interesting and informative email that I think it would be worth our while to discuss some of them and address your questions as best I can. Because obviously, I had been addressing the issues surrounding the Harkle children. Most of the email this past week concerned the pregnancies, the births, and the children. Now, I'm not going to read out names in true Lady C fashion purely because of past experience and subscribers being targeted. I do not do that on principle, and all email to me, regardless of content, is and will always be kept private, unless I am specifically asked to give credit to or mention someone's name. Anyway, a few people wrote to me saying that they have written numerous letters to Buckingham Palace and King Charles with regards to the children's legitimacy and related matters. According to these people, none of them even received so much as an acknowledgement of receipt of their letter. Absolutely nothing. One of these people asked whether I think the king actually knows the truth, and if so, whether I think he is actively covering it up, and if so, then why? Well, if Harry and Meghan used a surrogate or whatever other means they used to have baby Archie, then there is no way under the heavens or on this earth that King Charles does not know or would not know the truth. When we even ask that question, do we forget that the king, his son, and daughter in law did actually see, speak, and interact during the time of her pregnancy? Do we forget that the king has the entire police force, court system, and the likes of MI5 and MI6 and security police at his beck and call? The palaces are teeming with staff, security, and cameras, and above and beyond all of that, as stated in these email, many people, from doctors to nurses to lawyers and the general public, have written to Buckingham Palace asking for transparency and asking for certain questions to be answered. So, there is no way the King, Queen Consort, and the Prince and Princess of Wales can be unaware that there are questions with regards to the birth and legitimacy of Harry and Meghan's children. They are aware, 100% aware. They are just choosing to ignore it. And why would that be? If there is absolutely nothing to hide, the true and original proof of life with the doctor's signatures and the true birth certificate just can be made available through the normal channels like everyone else's, from the Queen's to little Louise. And if the palace cannot and won't do that, then remove the children from the line of succession. End of story. The reason why myself and so many others are so adamant about this is not because of a possible surrogacy, but because we do not want a king or leaders or even clergy lying to us. We do not like being made fools of either, and it does not reflect well on the king, his council, and senior royals to abide with and cover up possible nefarious and fraudulent actions of other members of the family. As I have explained before, the act of surrogacy is not illegal, but to pretend to be pregnant and to receive gifts and favors because of it is indeed illegal. Okay, the next thing in your email is obviously the South Park episode on the Prince of Canada and his wife and the privacy tour. And the number one question is, will Harry and Meghan sue Matt Stone and Trey Parker? Allegedly, Harry and Meghan's lawyers are poring over the episode to see whether there is anything they can sue for, and which will obviously hold up in court. Now, I'm no lawyer, but if I had Harry's ear, I would advise him to step away and be quiet. This will be a battle he will lose, and will lose badly, because not only will he lose money, but he will lose whatever little name and respect he has left. Firstly, you cannot really sue for satire, or then it is very difficult because you have to prove the intent to harm or belittle. And when it comes to satire, how do you do that? We all find different things funny. Not even the creators of South Park can predict how anyone would react to their cartoons, regardless of the subject. So I do not see how Harry will be able to prove that there was harm or defamation intended, at least not in a court of law. And unfortunately, the court does not concern itself with hurt feelings. But that is the legal side of it. Harry and Meghan will end up looking like even bigger fools, even bigger whining brats, should they sue because of South Park. Remember, just about everyone and anyone has been roasted on South Park, from Donald Trump to Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and many, many others. Besides, to date, Matt and Trey had been sued 19 times and threatened with lawsuits multiple times. As a matter of fact, Tom Cruise is not a fan of South Park and is frequently offended by South Park. However, time and time again, the show was deemed a parody and thus met the fair use criteria, and lawsuits did not get far. Then, added to that, it is deemed that Matt and Trey earn about $100 million each year, plus 20% of the show's profits. In February 2022, Trey Parker had a net worth of $600 million. So these are all things Harry and his lawyers will have to consider very carefully before they put pen to paper. However, while preparing this video, I saw a Daily Mail article stating that the Harkles are not planning to sue, but, oh my word, yes, there is a huge but. And be warned, this is indeed gossip, but it sounds so credible that I am of the opinion that it may very well be true. According to my source, and yes, I admit I saw that there is speculation somewhere on Instagram as well, I think on Markle News 1. So it's not just coming from one person, my source, but multiple people. And hence the reason why I'm paying attention to it. According to my source, Meghan may very well push Harry and manipulate him into taking action against the creators of South Park, and may even do so against the advice of their lawyers, because she is not only embarrassed and butthurt by the episode, but it also has a huge negative impact on her future plans. You see, I am told that Megan's deals with Gordon Getty is not what we think or thought. You see, Gordon Getty is friends with Gavin Newsom, governor of California, and Dianne Feinstein has just retired. And soon Newsom will have to name a predecessor. And obviously, Mexi Daisy wants it to be her. Allegedly, Megan's deal with Gordon Getty is all about funding and endorsing her. And according to my source, it all went swimmingly, far better than anticipated, when South Park happened. According to my source, Megan has been trying to keep a low profile and even to an extent distance herself from the fallout of Harry's book. And all because of these negotiations and her wish to enter the political arena. And then this happened. My source says it was like a kick in the face from a mule as far as Megan was concerned. And regardless of what they may or may not decide to do about this particular episode, their lawyers have been instructed to be on the lookout for any further skits and slights, such as the South Park one. Oh my word, it sounds to me as if the South Park episode came just in the nick of time. Now, okay, guys and girls, I'm keeping this short as we are on level 6, heading to level 8 load shedding. And today is one of those days where everything is just not working out the way it should. The owners of our rental home sent an evaluator from a bank. The gardener was more demanding today, knocking every 5 minutes. The drain is overflowing, although we had it emptied and cleared a week ago, and so on and so on. Even my phone has not stopped ringing since 8:30 this morning. Like I said, one of those days. But I'll be back on here as there is still a whole lot to chat about now that we are done with fair. So guys, until we meet again on the next video, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.